Happy Sunday. I thought I would do a little check-in video because I haven't done any videos for a long time. I've been struggling with a lot of continue to struggle with a lot of emotional stuff, and it makes me not feel like doing things, even though I do the bare minimum. I think I've got like functional depression. But I thought, well, sometimes making a video is helpful because it is a way to acknowledge my blessings. So where shall I start? I'll start down here. I'm downstairs in my little office slash cozy room. These are my cans that I'm going to be using to make pinhole cameras, like the one I have from my workshop years and years ago. There's a little tiny hole. Little tiny hole. That's the shutter. And I thought I was gonna be able to use this hand. There's these little bits that I got to go with this thing, but I keep breaking them, so I'm probably just gonna lightly puncture the holes for my apertures in that. So, and I'm getting things together for the workshop. I'm going to replace all the photos that I have up here with pinholes, so people can see pinholes. This one here is a pinhole. And other than that, Avery, poor little Avery, hurt her toe. I had to take her to the emergency vet on Friday. But she seems to be doing good, although her little sockies always come off. But as long as she's not licking it, it's fine. And we've been using the wood stove because it's been a little bit chilly. I've actually got to bring in more wood. And here are my cards for the day. I've started to do a 6-card spread. It's just something that feels good to me. But I can't really intellectually talk about right now. And my little autumn cloth for my altar down here. I'll show you in here. So this is where we're going to be setting up for the dark room. I've got black plastic that's going to go on the windows, and I've got a couple of red lights to go in here. So we'll set up, I'll leave this on for now, so it's all cleaned up in here, and we'll rinse the prints in here. I've got a little stool to put a tank on, and I got a hose from there. So I'm working out the sort of practical end of things. There's my stuff for processing film. I'll show you the garden, the yards, what's going on. Here we are at the only time of year where I get direct sunlight into my kitchen and dining room, but that's all right. My puzzle I've been working on, my, what is it? It's the House of Seven Gables puzzle. Getting it done. So let's go out here. So today, what I did, I had to mow out here. There's my little Halloween doormat. I've got to pull all this stuff up, but there's still some tomatoes that are coming, and I can still glean a little bit of kale. This is ginger that's been growing here, so I'll be able to see if I can harvest anything like that. But I mowed back here, and what I did, and this is going to be interesting, last time I threw some buckwheat out front, I noticed some had dropped on the ground and it made a line because there was a hole in the container I had it. So I mowed, and I've put down buckwheat seed in a pattern, and I want to see how it's going to grow up above everything else, and hopefully it'll grow in a week so that the people here for the pinhole class can come out and maybe do pinholes of it. We'll see. And then when I was mowing, I was catching the debris. A lot of leaves are already falling. I decided to put the catcher on it, and I'm filling up my spiral here. I've got roots for native medicinals in my refrigerator I have to come out and plant. I've got blue and black cohosh, golden seal, mayapple, Solomon seal. Did I say golden seal? That might be it. And so I have those roots to plant. Oh, squirties. Leaves are changing some. There's my cord of wood, and that's my leftover wood from last year that I've been using. So let's see. And this camellia that I was going to take out, when I saw the camellias, I decided to leave them. They actually smell really good. They're very nice. So out front, I had 2 trees taken out. As you can see, I've got lots and lots of trees. But I still kind of agonized over taking these trees out. But I can't grow a lot back here because of all the shade. So I wanted to increase my planting space out front. And so I took out 2 pines that were right by the street because I've still got like 4 pines on my lot. These are going to come out. I need to put something berries in here. But I also put up my my orange lights. I've been planting bulbs. So there's where the trees are gone out there. And so my garden, where most of my herbs are, is in here. Herbs, and I mean, I'm still getting okra and even a little bit of eggplant. And my cucumbers actually did really well. But some of the herbs are starting to kind of look a little ragged, and so I'm going to probably try to mulch everything. But this garden is going to expand. Okay, we're going to focus here. All the way out to here and around there. And then it's going to come from around there and back around here. So I will have all this space to work with. And now I've got, the sun comes up over there, so in the summertime I should get quite a lot more sun before it goes back behind those trees, but they still have to come and get the stumps out. But I will have so much more garden space, and I was even thinking of putting an arbor right here as you go in. But so all that all along there is going to be garden space, and then I'm going to take all the way out to here. I'm not sure how they're going to grind that stump because that's the water main, but my mullein never bloomed this year, but we'll see. Comfrey's doing well. My Angelica's doing pretty well. I've cut back a lot of stuff. I've cut back the motherwort and the St. John's wort. There's a couple of valerian in there, but there's baby valerian everywhere. I'll show you even here. I potted up a bunch of it. But so that's how the front yard's looking. Not too bad. I have to cut back my black currant and currants, and there's a bunch of bulbs that I put in here for the spring and all along there. But here's all the baby motherwort and valerian in there that I can move. And everything out here is just, it's doing okay. It's like fall. So, oh, and I've gotten, these are my saffron crocuses. This one, you can see that's only a few of them bloomed. I was going to get more bulbs, but maybe next year. I almost forgot that they were there. But I brought out my skeleton. He's waving to the neighbors. I've got a few pumpkins. This rose geranium has done really well. And that tansy. And I got one of these ceramic guys and put an LED candle in it, and I've got some, I haven't turned them on yet because it's not dark enough, but I put up some candy corn lights there. And there's my crow mat. And then inside, here's my little setup that I've had. These things I've had for years and years, since the kids were little. Oh my God, it makes me, it's hard sometimes when I think back. And there's my little witchy lantern and my other little, these are for tea lights. I'll show you, oh, I need to show you these. These are so neat. These are coasters, although I have found that they actually aren't sealed well enough to use for coasters, so I need to seal them with something else. But they're Vasilisa the Brave and my dear Baba Yaga there. They're pretty cool. And this is the little cloth, tablecloth that I made for fall, and I have one here too. But I'll show you really quickly. Sorry. Okay. This is the runner that I'm working on for my table, and I'll show you how it is so far. I've got it all stitched together, but I decided to embroider around the edge as well. So this is for my dining table. I take the other tablecloth off, and I'll show you here. So this is the runner. This is the photograms that I did with the herbs from Baba Yaga's garden, and some of the paper cutouts that I used for photograms, and the embroidery stitching that I've done. So these two panels, this one and that one, have the same center part. This one has a different center part, and then I've stitched them together, the panels together this way, and now I'm doing just an embroidery stitch around the edge so that it'll be red and all along the edge and tie it all together. So I should probably have that done in another week or two, depending on how much I focus on it. It's a nice thing to work on if I'm watching something on TV or something like that. What else? Oh, here's my little Witch's Inn. The Witch's Inn, that's for the candy for the kids. Not that I really got that many kids last year. I actually ended up giving my friend the, I'm going to put you here for just a second. Turn these guys on. I gave my friend the extra candy to take into her work. She works for the state, so it's like, here, take this into work. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it around my house. So here's my lights around that. Oh, you silly guys! These ones have batteries in them, so it's kind of funky. They sometimes don't. They're little LEDs, and they look. Oh, I guess we have to place the batteries in this one. Anyway, the little ghosty lights are kind of a blue color, but anyway, they're not working right now. I have to put new batteries in there. So yeah, so that's kind of the way things are right now. Nothing else going on. Just working on getting things ready for the workshop on Saturday. As far as I know, we have 4 people. I don't know if anybody else is going to sign up late. Do you like these? These are cheap. I got them from Costco, but they're really cozy to cover the furniture with. Cozy for Avery and me. So anyway, as far as I know, there's 4 people. A friend of mine's going to come out and just kind of be my assistant. And so this week I have to get some different handouts printed and copied, and got to get my head together about the order in which we're going to have the workshop. And I'm thinking I'd like to make a little like tea and cake or something for afterwards, but we'll see. But yeah, it's been challenging lately. This summer was challenging, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I thought I was going to be done with this, but my counselor said that you're done with grief when you're done with grief, and she's actually been really good, but she's gone for a couple of weeks. So it's like when when I'm really down, I'm like so down. I'm so down, and then I work my way back up again, and it's like it's hard to remember. My arm's sitting. It's hard to remember when I'm down that I always come back up again. There's just still an awful lot of kind of raw emotion. It's like, it almost feels like a wound that just isn't healing. So what happens when a wound isn't healing? You got to find out, what it needs energetically to heal itself, or what the organism needs. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good analogy. So anyhow, but that's about it. I just wanted to do a little check-in because I know I haven't made any videos in a while. So anyhow, I hope you're all doing well and enjoying this very, very wonderful time of year. It's finally cooled off. I love being able to use my wood stove, although it was nice enough today that I could open the house all the way up. I haven't turned the heater on, the new furnace on yet. It's enough if I use the wood stove down here, and it just kind of moderates the temperature in the rest of the house, so that's good enough. So anyhow, I hope you're all doing well, and maybe I'll make a video again sooner. Maybe I'll make a video about how to make a paint can pinhole camera and make paper negatives. That's a thought. All right, take care. Bye.